Are you a safe adult? As an adult, would you say you're a safe adult? If your child made a mistake, will the child come to you? Or would they opt to speak to someone else?
This is Cousin Coded, Conversations Decoded.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us for yet another episode of the Cousin Coded podcast. This is the 5th episode and we're so excited, especially for the consistency. We have been here, we are doing our best, we are growing each day, and we really appreciate you guys for being here with us. Asanteni sana for the comments, for the shares, for the what do we call it? For even being here, just being here, for subscribing. We're really, really happy. The last time we were at 39 subscribers and today we are at 78. Is it 78, 74? And we're really excited. Thank you very much for being here. Please, let's continue subscribing. Don't just like, don't just comment. Please subscribe. Be here. Let's grow together. And let's see how by the end of the year we'll be somewhere. And it is really a pleasure to have you all here. So last week we had a discussion about children and giving them a space to be vulnerable and to talk to us, and us as adults believing in them. There were very good comments and I really appreciate that. And that is how today's topic has come up, because it is a build up from the comments. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about safe adults and safe spaces for children. Karibuni sana. Let us learn this together. And please, even for today's episode, please comment and tell a friend to tell a friend. Share it with your people. Let them subscribe. So let's get into it. So I'm going to ask a question as we begin. As an adult or as a parent, if your child made a mistake, would they run from you or to you? I will let that sit with you, and let us just answer it in the comment section, and let us get to hear your views. First off, I'm gonna let's just unpack, or let us talk about what a safe adult is. So a safe adult is someone who a child would be comfortable talking to in case they're in trouble, in case they've committed, maybe they made a mistake. A safe adult is someone who they'd want or they'd feel comfortable talking to. So are you that adult? And a safe space, let's just say a safe space means a place where a child will feel vulnerable. Even in their vulnerability, they would feel very comfortable opening up, and they know they would still be loved even if they committed or made a mistake. Yeah. So that is basically what, say, psychologically and just a casual meaning of what a safe space means. So how do you recognize, or how do you know you are a safe adult? How do you know you yourself as a person you are a safe adult? If today I made notes, so we are okay. So a safe adult is someone who listens to a child without interrupting them, without judging them, and first off, you set boundaries. You set boundaries that this child can just open up, and you're not going to judge them. You're not going to be shouting at them, and you're going to be in a position to just let them be vulnerable. So you set boundaries, and you will be okay for them to just open up. You let them talk. You're not gonna judge them. So first of all, you speak. They speak without you interrupting. Second of all, as an adult, you set boundaries for the kids. Third, you allow them to be very honest and very clear on how they're feeling, what they're feeling, what they've been made to feel, whether it is outside of the home setting or the school setting, wherever it is they are, maybe whatever they have felt. they are very clear and honest. And also you make them feel comfortable and valued, and you're not dismissive. Most, especially us as parents, I think it's a problem with the millennials especially. We have a tendency of being very dismissive when our children come to us. So a child will come to you and maybe they're feeling, they have a lot of feelings, they have a lot of confused feelings. They do not know what exactly to feel. And all we say is, as an adult, is utakuwa sawa, or it is okay, don't cry, especially telling your child, don't cry. You're making them suppress the feelings. So it is, as a safe adult, you make sure you do not dismiss the child's feelings. Also, as a safe adult, you keep these children's, whatever they come to you and tell you, you keep it a secret. Not even a secret per se. I'd say you keep it private. You do not go about talking about what the child told you in confidence. A child comes to you, tells you they're being hurt, and the next thing you're already telling other people, and the other people are asking them. Just if they spoke to you in confidence, please, unless the child is in danger, if it is just something they needed to just talk about, it is good to keep it a secret. Also, be consistent and reliable. Don't be the kind of adult that one time you're there for the child, the next time you're not there. You're just dismissing them. So be consistent and also be reliable. Don't blame them for whatever it is they have done, maybe outside of where you are, or maybe wherever they were. They've made a mistake, they've come to you, and now instead of you listening to them and being a safe adult, you start blaming them, so protect them instead. If a child has made a mistake, it is when I say protect them, I do not mean a child has committed maybe a something that needs to be addressed. Just address it in a good way for the child to understand that it was a mistake, and so that at least you guide them on how to be a better person. Don't label the child as per the mistake. Don't tell the child you're bad, this was wrong. Even if you're gonna tell them that was wrong, tell them in a good way that they understand, but don't label them with the mistake that they have committed. So why do children opt to stay quiet? And nowadays people have taken advantage of children. Our girls, our boys are not safe, but most kids nowadays just stay quiet. So let's talk about that. Why do children decide to stay quiet? First of all, fear of being punished. I think as adults, we've gotten to a point where when our child comes to us talking about something, the first thing they think of is, I'm gonna get punished for it. So are we listening to our children, or are we just punishing because we are the adults and we feel like we are just correct or we are right all the time? So one of the things that makes children stay quiet is fear of being punished. Another thing is they expect to always be blamed. Something has happened, maybe they've made a mistake. Instead of sitting down with them and allowing them to be vulnerable, we just shift the blame to them. Yeah. And that is why most of our children decide to, even if they've made a mistake, they'd rather sit with the mistake rather than just come to an adult and speak it up. We have also taught our children to stay quiet because we are always just shushing them down. If a child comes to you, just listen, be a safe adult, listen to them, encourage them, correct them in a good way. Yeah. So because don't teach our children that they can just stay quiet because allow them to be vulnerable. Don't let our kids make a mistake and just keep quiet because they expect us as adults to just dismiss it. Also, confusing discipline and rejection. When we are disciplining our kids, do we let them know that I am disciplining you for this mistake and I'm not labeling you as the mistake? We reject our kids because, I think we have been made to believe that there are mistakes that are too big that cannot even be forgiven by a parent. And as I've said earlier, that is why our children decide to just stay quiet when they've made a mistake or maybe something has been done to them, because we are going to reject them as parents. Please, especially for teenagers, for adolescents, if you have an adolescent, you know what I mean. These kids the kids we are raising right now, the generation, the Gen Zs, the children that we are raising now are not the same as the way we were raised. It is totally different. I think as millennials, I think we that time, I think bringing up kids was very different, and also it was very communal. Right now, it is each parent with their own child. So don't label your child the mistake. Always sit down with the child, explain to them, I'm gonna discipline you for this and this and this because this is not right. And even as you're disciplining them and explaining, make sure they understand why they are being disciplined. This is just a disclaimer. This is my opinion. Please let us put our opinions in the comment section. Let's debate these, right? Because there's no monopoly of knowledge. I don't know everything, of course. So let us comment. Let us build it up in the comment section. If you have the same opinion as I have or different, we welcome all kinds of opinions. Another thing is the anxieties of saying it wrong. Have we taught our children the right communication skills? If my child, God forbid, if my child was abused, have I taught him the right communication skills, or have I taught him the right words to say what has happened? So when a child, maybe something has happened, they do not know how to come and tell you. And that is another reason I think they keep quiet, because do they have the right words to explain exactly what they are feeling? So as parents, I think that is something we need to work on. Let us teach our kids how to communicate, saying the right words for whatever has happened. Allow them to have the right words. Teach them to have the right words, even as they express themselves. Also, another thing that makes children opt to stay quiet is the fear of an adult reacting emotionally. You blow up. You don't even know how to just calmly sit with the child and allow them to just be vulnerable. Yeah. So I think that is something else. Let us allow our children to come to us. Don't blow up. Don't react so emotionally. As an adult, learn emotional intelligence. Calm down. Be very calm even as you're talking to the child, so that they know, even the next time I'm in trouble or maybe I have made a mistake, even if I go to my parent, even if I go to, again, a safe adult doesn't necessarily mean a parent, because you can be a parent and the child will not come to you. So with this, I'm talking about teachers. I'm also talking about guardians and parents as well. So that's why at the beginning I asked the question, if your child made a mistake, would they come to you or would they run away from you? So, yeah. So, remember something to remember: when children do not feel safe, they don't talk. So it doesn't, and when children don't feel safe, it doesn't mean they're not going through something. They are going through something, but they just don't feel like you're the right person to talk to. And remember, we have said when a child talks to you, learn to keep it confidential. It was they came to you in confidence, so keep that confidential. Even if they came to you and you're not, maybe you're a teacher. I had done an experience once, not with my child per se. It was another child that went and opened up to a teacher. Then on Parents' Day, the teacher told the parent. So, and of course, the parent is going to ask the child. So, there's breach of confidence, and this child already knows, even if I talk to this person, they're not going to keep whatever I told them. They're going to speak it to someone else. Yeah. So remember that when a child does not speak to you, it does not mean that they're not having issues. It is just that they do not either know how to communicate, they do not trust you, or they feel like you're going to judge them and you're going to just blow up and be very emotional. Yeah. So we're going to also talk about signs to check out for when a child is unsafe. I think this is something we have seen, we have read, even on social media. For one, does your child, a bubbly child, a child that was once very bubbly, are they now just sitting by themselves? Are they just withdrawn? When you see your child, maybe they were someone who was very bubbly, they've started withdrawing. It is always, not always, sometimes it is a cause for you to sit down with your child. It is a cause for concern. Sit down with your child, talk to them, find out why they have withdrawn from the rest of maybe they were playing around with so many kids. Now they do not want to play around. They just want to sit in the house. Yeah. So when you see your child withdrawing, it is very advisable that you sit down with them and find out what the problem is. Another thing is your child over apologizing. When maybe something has happened, it is not even their fault, but they are apologizing, they're saying sorry. When a child is over apologizing, they have been conditioned to do that. So that is also another cause for concern. When you see your child doing that, also sit down with them and find out what the problem could be. The third thing would be physical anxiety. Your child is always very scared. Your child is always having stomach upset. They're just anxious. They're getting, those things you feel even as an adult when you're very anxious. That is the same for children. So if as a parent, or maybe as a guardian, you're able to see when a child is having physical anxiety. So when you see that, kindly also sit down with your child. Also, if they are hiding mistakes, to small mistakes, something that is not even a big deal, but they are already hiding it, they're feeling like you're going to blow it up, also sit down with them and find out. Also, based shame. When you realize your child is making based shame statements, like it is my fault, everything that happens when they're playing, they want to take blame for it. Also always saying I'm a bad person, I did something bad. When you see that as a tendency, it is good to sit down with your child. So those are the few signs I have highlighted to check out when your child is unsafe. So how do we create spaces at home? Yeah, how do we create that safe environment for a child to open up? Always have regular check-ins. Have maybe every once in a week, Have a time where you sit down with your family, maybe your child. If it is just one, sit down with them, talk to them, find out how their week was, find out if they're having issues, how you're able to solve issues. If it is issues they're able to solve it by themselves, find out how they sorted that out. Just basically have weekly check-ins or regular check-ins, check-in conversations, just general conversation. Doesn't have to be so deep. It's just general conversation. Do not shout during the conversations. If you've decided it is that once in a week, sit down with them very calmly. Don't be shouting. Don't be making them feel like they made mistakes, or as I said earlier, labeling them as the mistake. So just calm down. Find out how they've sorted issues, and if it is issues that need you as an adult to help them calmly. Also, make their feelings very valid. If a child is feeling very vulnerable, make them feel like that vulnerability is very valid. Telling a child it's not a big deal. Sometimes, when you tell a child it's not a big deal, for you as a parent, it may not be a big deal. Our issues and their issues are totally very different. So what I may feel as an adult is not a big deal to me is a big deal to them. So words that it's not a big deal are not the right words when a child is having an issue. So find out how to, even as an adult, find the right communication skills, find the right words for a child when you're having these conversations. Yeah. Also, are you a safe adult? As an adult, would you say you're a safe adult? I want to know that in the comment section. Please tell us, are you a safe adult? Or do you feel like you are a safe adult? And also, answer the previous question that I asked. If your child made a mistake, answer this very honestly, even just for yourself. Will the child come to you? Or would they opt to speak to someone else? So I'm gonna say this as I end. Our episodes are just short, so I'm gonna say this as I end. Safe spaces don't have to be perfect. As an adult, you don't have to be a perfect safe adult. You just have to be emotionally available for the child. You have to find the right words for the child to resonate with you even as an adult. So let's be safe enough for our children to speak. Let's be safe enough for us to listen to our children. Let us be safe enough for us to hear them. Years from now, your child will not even remember. They will not remember the rule. Or, maybe you had a rule. They will not remember that. They will remember how you made them feel, how safe they were when they came to speak to you. So be a safe adult. Let us keep our children very safe. Let us give them safe spaces, and let us allow them to be very, very vulnerable whenever they are close to us. Also, if you've handled things differently, because I know most of us as adults, we have handled things differently. We have shouted, we have said the wrong words to kids. It is okay. It doesn't mean that you're not a safe adult. It is just allowed. We are not perfect. Even as safe adults, we are not perfect. Sometimes we react emotionally. Sometimes we are just, our emotions are just everywhere. And that is okay. It's built by repairing what we do. So let us just continue to practice to be safe adults. Remember, safe kids, they will always speak up. I am your host, Georgina Nduko. Please subscribe. Again, I'm going to request that. Comment, like, and share. We appreciate you. See you on the next one. Thank you.